Okay, so today we're going deep on a story that I think you'll agree has the feeling of like this ancient philosophical thriller,
Oh, yeah.
almost like a psychological thriller, but it's from, thousands of years ago.
Right.
Um, and that is the Book of Job.
Of course.
And we're going to be looking at why bad things happen to good people
Mm-hmm.
and how we make sense of suffering and things like that.
Right. Well, you know what's fascinating about Job is that he's introduced as like this almost like superhumanly good person.
Yeah.
Like the text describes him as blameless and upright.
It's like not just a good guy, it's
Oh.
like the ultimate rule follower,
Yeah.
totally devoted to
Yeah.
God. But then you get this weird scene where it's like God is kind of like showing off Job to Satan
Uh-huh.
and saying like, hey, you see my servant Job,
Yeah.
there's nobody like him on earth.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
Yeah, it's almost like God is setting Job up for a fall.
Yeah.
And Satan, being Satan, of course, takes the bait.
Yeah.
He challenges God,
Yeah.
saying that Job is only faithful because his life is so blessed.
Right.
He suggests that if things went really wrong, Job would curse God.
I mean, that's kind of a messed up thing for God to do though, right?
Is it what?
Like
Yeah.
allowing Satan to test Job's faith by bringing all sorts of misery upon him.
It is a challenging idea.
Yeah.
You see, the wager isn't just about Job.
Right.
It questions the very nature of faith.
Yeah.
Like, is it genuine only when life is good?
Mm.
Or does it hold firm even in the face of, like, unimaginable suffering?
So put yourself in Job's shoes for a second.
Okay.
You're living this like blessed life,
Mm-hmm.
and then boom,
Yeah.
all of a sudden you're struck with like these incredibly painful sores
Yeah.
covering your entire body.
The text doesn't hold back in its
Yeah.
depiction of Job's suffering.
Right.
It describes him scraping his sores with broken pottery,
Oh, wow.
sitting among the ashes.
Oh, man.
It's meant to evoke this really visceral reaction,
Yeah.
to make us truly feel the weight of his agony.
And like, as if things couldn't get any worse, his wife's like, just curse God and die already.
Okay.
Like, come on, man.
This is significant.
Really?
Job's wife, is someone who should be his closest confidant,
Yeah.
is so overwhelmed by his suffering
Yeah.
that she urges him to give up on faith altogether.
Wow.
It shows the immense pressure he's under.
Reading about Job's wife really made me think about those times in my own life when, like, I felt like giving up on something I believed in
Uh-huh.
because things got really tough, you know?
Absolutely.
Like, it's in those moments that faith is truly tested.
Yeah.
But what makes Job so remarkable is that despite everything,
Yeah.
he refuses to curse God.
He does.
He's like, no.
Yeah.
He says to his wife, shall we accept good from God and not trouble?
It's a statement of profound acceptance,
Mhm.
acknowledging that life isn't always going to be sunshine and roses.
Yeah, it's like he's not blaming God,
No.
not questioning his faith.
Not at all.
He's almost like surrendering to the experience.
Yes.
Accepting both the good and the bad as part of some like larger plan.
Exactly. And that's where his true strength lies.
Yeah.
His faith is not contingent on circumstances.
Hmm.
It's something deeper,
Right.
something unshakable.
So imagine you're Job
Okay.
in this unimaginable situation.
Yeah.
You're questioning everything,
Uh-huh.
and then your friends arrive,
Right.
but not in the way that you might expect.
Job's friends are horrified by his condition.
Yeah.
They sit with him in silence for 7 days and nights.
What do you think that silence means?
I don't know, is it respect for Job's pain?
Maybe.
Or are they perhaps questioning their own faith in the face of such undeserved suffering?
Yeah, that silence feels so heavy,
It does.
so full of like unspoken questions and emotions.
Yeah.
It's like they don't even know what to say or how to comfort him
Right.
or how to make sense of what's happening.
This silence speaks volumes.
I think so.
It underscores the magnitude of Job's suffering and the complex questions it raises about the nature of God,
Right.
justice, and
Yeah.
the human experience.
So where does that leave us?
Yeah.
Even in this early stage, Job's story is brimming with like unanswered questions.
Absolutely.
Why do good people suffer?
Right.
Is suffering some kind of cosmic test?
Yeah.
Can we ever truly understand the reasons behind hardship?
This passage is just the beginning of Job's journey.
Oh, wow.
It sets the stage for a deeper exploration of faith doubt and the struggle to find meaning in suffering.
Mm-hmm.
These are themes that continue to resonate with us today,
Thousands of years later.
thousands of years later. Yeah.
It makes you wonder, what would you do
Yeah.
if faced with such profound suffering?
Right.
How do you grapple with those difficult questions in your own life?
Yeah.
I mean, this is just the start of Job's story,
Yeah, it is.
but it leaves us with a lot to ponder,
A lot to think about.
for sure.
Yeah.